listening to Wembley?
Well, joy, I think happiness, I think all the work that everybody at the club does to take the club, the team, the individuals to the highest level and start to compete for major trophies. At the end, when you have the opportunity to see yourself in Wembley, it gives the right reasons to everything that we do. I would say that. So everybody's obviously so happy, and together we're going to try to win it.
How much of a release was it right at the end there when obviously Declan puts the ball across and Kai goes through and it happens?
By far the best moment of the day. When I saw Declan playing that ball and Kai going through it, we were scored now. It was perfect. The reaction of the finishers on the bench, the staff, the crowd, it was a great moment.
Was it a night for a strong type of game that I think they made it into?
Well, I think we both made it. We're both very, very competitive. There is a lot of quality there. Both teams adjust to things very, very quickly. It was a real battle because both teams are really competitive, really aggressive. The weather and conditions as well made it even tougher, and as well the margins were close, and both teams had the ability in any moment to score a goal, and I think we defended so well, and we took one of the 3 or 4 chances that we had.
Was it a night as well where you kind of, I don't know if this is the right word, but you have to be quite professional, because it was almost like with their game plan, they're asking you to take risks you don't need to take because you're the team winning.
Well, we prepared the game to win it. We need to understand as well the way they set up as well, and they are really brave and they have the right players. They can win a lot of duels, especially inside, and you have to be very conscious and careful of that. But I think we read the game well. We had very good moments. Some others that we were a little bit more deep, but I think the team defended so well as well.
Yeah. Did you expect them to go for it earlier, maybe, Chelsea?
No, well, I think with the lineup as well, I think they tried something else, but we were prepared for that, and we knew that we're going to have to play a lot of mini games within the game, and they could change the half time immediately, like they did 2-3 days ago, at 60, at 17, at 80, and we had to plan for that, and we were ready, and I think we competed so well, and I think over the 2 legs, I think we deserve to be through.
Was the key mini game that last 30 minutes?
Yes, and the last 10, but when the tide is so close like this, anything can happen. So you need to adjust that, and sometimes it's more about the heart and the mentality than the tactical stuff, for sure.
And a word for your supporters tonight, because
brilliant.
It could have got nervy and it didn't.
No, but the nervousness, though, that's the willingness to win, that you want to go over that hurdle. But they were enormous today, the energy, because it wasn't easy. It was really cold, really windy and wet, and they were with the team in every aspect of the game, and emotionally helped us so much. So thank you so much. Now let's enjoy Wembley.
And another little hurdle cleared by this team, winning a semi-final this time. Just another little step.
It is, and that's what we want. But we're showing a lot of maturity and consistency, and in a few weeks we're going to be all together in Wembley.
And if you were able to win it, and I know it's kind of a big if at this point, do you think it could be like a gateway trophy for this team, without going through too many? But a lot of big teams, the League Cup's been their first cup.
I don't know. Now, what we're going to do that is just focus on the Premier League, because Saturday we're going to have another big one, and when the time comes and the moment comes, we'll prepare the best way to go and win it.
Well done, Mikel.
Thank you so much.
Well
Take
done.
care.
If Chelsea got anything out of this game, we'd probably ruin the chances that we missed at in the first game, because I think we could have easily won that 4-1. But any means necessary for me. If this is how it's going to be to the rest of the season, we can nick games and get points, I'll take it, Poogs, because it's by any means necessary. You've got to win the games.
And we saw what it meant to the players. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Declan
Rice,
you saw him.
Yeah, he's played a 2 European Championship finals. He's won the Conference League with West Ham to play in a club final at Wembley. We saw what it meant to him there.
But it should. That's
Yes,
why you
absolutely,
do this.
yeah.
And they deserved it over the 2 legs. And I thought they defended superbly. Effective. That's what Arsenal are. They're very effective and very efficient, and they didn't have to do anything. If they kept a clean sheet, they were through tonight. And when Chelsea had a go, then they become efficient and take their chance, and they did.
At the risk of Lee Dixon running down these steps and vaulting over here and saying, what are you talking about? You play with the best Arsenal defence of all time, of which Lee was very much a part.
Yes.
20 clean sheets for this team, this defence. I'm not saying they're up there yet, but they're beginning to put themselves in the conversation about one of the best Arsenal defences.
Exactly, without a doubt. And what helps that is actually going on and winning things, because that defence, they won everything. Obviously not the Champions League, but they won everything domestically, and rightly so, because they were magnificent. I think that this defensive force, they're brilliant as well. But again, it will all be judged on what you end up getting for it, Poogs. But 20 cleans. That's amazing. That's brilliant.
And to have played in front of them, let's say, you were a midfielder, play in front of a defence like that. What does that give you as a player, as a midfielder, as a team, the knowledge of what's behind you?
You're never worried. Because even if tonight you're not firing or it's not quite working out, or Chelsea throw a formation change and you're a bit shocked, if your team and your backline has ability to keep a clean sheets win you championships.
You know what?
That's the bottom line.
You know the thing with it is, Kaz, I remember playing in that back five with a goalie as well. Martin Keown's got to throw his name in, otherwise he'll dig me out. The fact is that you knew that if you scored, you're probably winning that game, and that is what this team's like now. Obviously, the last few games we've let in a couple of goals, silly mistakes for our own calls. We cause it ourselves, but in the main, Poogs, when you score, you're probably going to win in a team like that, with that defence.
Because Chelsea, quite rightly, as we expected on the hour mark, Estevao came on, Cole Palmer came on, then Garnacho came on. So there were some big hitters. Chelsea tried their absolute hardest, but they got to about 24 yards out, and they needed somebody to be able to bend it in the top corner. They couldn't unpick the lock any closer, could they?
Look, this Arsenal team has lost once here this season. There's a reason. Look, and when Chelsea obviously went for it and put bodies forward, this was the time then when you become efficient. When you get your one moment in the game, you make the right decision, it's 3v1, and Havertz comes on and rounds the keeper. Game over, job done. Thank you very much. We're in our cup final.
Brilliant. Really pleased for Kai. He's coming on and scoring like that. He's had his problem with the injuries. Hopefully we'll shepherd him through them, because I think that he's another one with big moments. Same with Eze. I think his time's to come, and I'm never going to give up on Victor in respect of the rest of this season. There's moments to be had. Kai just had one there to get us to the final. And, as long as that continues for the rest of the season, I'm happy.
Mikel Arteta won the FA Cup 6 years ago.
What a way to win it in the end.
Yeah, really good way to win it. Credit to Chelsea, to be fair. I think since the new managers come in, they've been really, really good. And he changed the formation tonight, gave us problems, and on another night maybe they could have scored, but credit where it's due. Our defence is incredible, the way we've set up, so strong.
And that's what pulls you through, that resolve in the end.
Yeah, and we really want it, We have a group who really want it this year in every competition, so whatever team comes at us, we're ready for it, and we've got to give 100%.
When it doesn't come that easily, obviously you want that goal in the first half, not in the last minute. What has to be the attitude?
Stay switched on. When you play a team like Chelsea, they throw so many things at you, physically, mentally. At points it's really hard. It gets really tough because you're playing against the best players in the world, but you've got to have that resilience to stay strong and keep going, and it's such a good night.
And for these fans to be back at Wembley for a cup final, first time in 6 years, for you to be at Wembley, you played there a lot, for your first club cup final, it feels like a hurdle cleared.
Yeah, for sure, we deserve it. This club's missed out the last 3 or 4 years, but we've been right at the very top of the Premier League and competing, and we've been really, really close, but that obviously hasn't been good enough, so that's why this season we have that extra desire and fire in our belly to go one step further in every competition. Look, it's a long way to go, but to be in a cup final with this club is amazing, and just keep focused and keep going.
Dramatic night, well done, player of the match.
It's another small step on their way.
Yeah, a small step, and tonight they can do that all night. Arsenal sit back and defend and stop teams scoring all night long, all night, and tonight they've done that very comfortably, and I think Arteta hit the nail on the head. They deserve to win it over 2 legs. And you've got to give credit where credit's due. They've played against a good Chelsea team who never looked like scoring in a month of Sundays tonight. And then you have to show respect to Arsenal. That's, as a defensive unit, as a midfield, from the front, and Gyökeres didn't play well, but from him running around working hard all the way through from midfield to defence, it's been absolutely outstanding all season. The result against Leeds and then this tonight, thoroughly deserve it.
They did defend well.
They did defend well, and they are ready to win. But make no mistake, they've had to suffer this last few years. They've become so close, but I look at the squad and the depth and the way they're playing, they're by far the best team. And I actually think they've been not at their best of late, but I think now this result, I think, will actually relax them and they might be able to start enjoying it a little bit more, play with a bit more flair. Because at times I'm seeing them being a little bit tight. Zubimendi and Declan Rice maybe not getting it on the half turn enough. They're probably a little bit safe. I think now they can almost start to relax and play, and then we'll see an even better Arsenal side. But the Arsenal side we saw at the start of the season, because they are still a little bit uptight, but to get to a cup final, to be 6 points clear, to be the top team in the Champions League, is absolutely incredible effort. And there's no reason why they can't win 2, maybe 3 trophies this year.
Well,
they're certainly capable.
Because it's also a stat that we've mentioned before, that 7 of the last 12 winners of this have then gone on to win another trophy in the same season. That shows, as we say many times, what this can do.
Absolutely. And you look at the side that they're going to be, if it goes to form, and we think that Man City obviously probably should win tomorrow with the the aggregate score so far, that would be an amazing final as well. It will be, and I think that's one of those where you can almost lay down a marker, because if Arsenal were to win that then as well, and then they go on and win the league, it would be an incredible season. But they've been set up to win for the last few years. The job the manager's done, and he takes a lot of criticism, and people are very quick to jump on the team and talk about how many set pieces they score from. Are they good enough offensively? They're a winning machine right now. And it's not always sometimes pretty. Paul mentioned it when they won the league in, was it 89, Paul? You weren't maybe the most beautiful side to watch, but there's no pictures on the scorecard. Nobody cares at the end of the year. It's just about getting that trophy as quick as you can in your hand.
Hello.
It must have felt very satisfying. You had to wait until the end. You got it over the line. It's felt good, man.
We are so happy. I think overall, over the last 2 games, I think we deserve to be through. It was a long match. We expected that. We wrapped it up at the end in a beautiful way, with Kai scoring the goal in the manner that he did, and the reaction from the crowd, the starters, the finishers, the staff. It just was magical. So really happy, because it was a really tough match against a great opponent, and we're in Wembley.
Tom, quick London.
It felt such a different game to the first leg. That was a lot more open. Knowing that Chelsea had to come in to score, was it the game plan to kind of try and catch them when those moments arose?
Well, we certainly prepared to win it. We knew that we were going to have to play a lot of games within that game, especially because right from the beginning they changed the setup and they play in a different way. And I knew that 45, depending on the context of the game, they could do that like they did 3 days ago, or at 60, at 70. And we're going to have to be very flexible and smart, using the bench and in the adjustment that we had to make. It's true that we haven't really conceded nothing. We only created, I think, 3 or 4 chances, 2 big chances before the goal. And the margins were going to be small, because they are a really good side. They compete so well as well. They are really well coached. And yeah, at the end we got it over the line.
Isam, very well.
In previous matches of the season, particularly against Wolves in the last 10 minutes, your team obviously got very nervy and things changed. In this game, later on, your team seemed to feel well. And how proud were you of the way they handled that pressure again?
Very well, and against the crowd as well. I think the crowd was brilliant today. Brought so much energy and belief to the team in different moments that it was very much needed. And I think we all deserve to be together in Wembley in a few weeks' time.
Did you feel like the crowd were more on board?
They were great, and it wasn't easy today because it was a late kickoff, windy, rainy, cold, and they responded. The energy was very good from the beginning. I sensed it was different, and yeah, they are on board.
Alex Bixby.
Hi, Michael. You want it so much, the fans want it so much to win. You've had an excellent season competing over four competitions. Just how significant is it actually reaching the final? We have to say, in this competition, we're only 1 match away.
Well, it's the best vitamins that we can put in our bodies, because we're playing every 3 days. But the fact that you work so hard to achieve those moments and to have these moments together, it's just magical, because you can see the joy, the smiles, the energy in that dressing room, and everybody that works at the club. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Ed, Guardian.
Hi, Michael.
Hi.
4 semi-final defeats before this, and now you've won. Do you think that the confidence the players can get from this can be sort of springboard for the rest of the season?
Well, I hope so, and this is about learning from previous experiences. But today was a very different game, as you said, from the previous game at Stamford Bridge. We dealt with that really well. The way the team competed and understood what we had to do was really impressive, and now let's win the final.
James, Athletic.
Mikel, I just want to ask you about Kai specifically, an amazing moment for him, and it's obviously been a long road for him back. How happy are you for him personally?
Super. I think not only me, I think everybody that knows Kai a little bit, we feel genuinely happy for him in a special way because he deserves the best, the way he works, the way he treats people, the way he behaves every single day. And today was a special moment for him, and I hope that he enjoyed it because he fully deserves that.
And I think his teammates enjoyed it as well. Everybody from the substitutes bench running over. What did you make of that? What does it say about the group that you've got here now?
Yeah, great, because it's a natural reaction, and some of them they didn't have the chance to play, but they all been part in the competition. I think except of David, all of the players, so they feel that is their own, the merit is there, and now we're going to have to go and win it.
Okay, last couple, Jack.
Look, I'm sure the final right now feels quite a long way away. You obviously don't know who you're going to play, but you would have seen what winning a first trophy as a group can do for a mentality. Just how much could it change this squad?
Well, I mean, winning helps in every sense, confidence, energy, you call it. We're going to be there in a few weeks. We will prepare well. In the meantime, we know that we need to just put it aside because 3 days later we're going to have a massive game here in the Premier League, and we are on front. That's where we want to be. So let's keep moving.
Okay, finally one again.
Amico from Granta Boquet. Previously, you've been criticised for not using your squad fully, but throughout this Carabao Cup run, you've rotated players, and even in a big stakes game, you've rotated and brought players in. What does it speak to of the trust you have in this squad, the belief you have in every single player to make an impact on the pitch?
Well, they give us every day their reasons to trust them and to play them and to make sure that they feel part of that. We have an excellent group. The quality obviously is there as well, and we have to use it because, first of all, they deserve it.
Okay, thanks. Good night, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.